Rachel Gilley, Realtor with All City Real Estate here in Austin, Texas. Coming at you with our weekly real estate chat, going over topics that are important to you in our Central Texas real estate market. Today's topic is a buyer-centric topic, going over how to get your offer really noticed by those sellers in our multiple offer situations right now. The first one that I'm pretty sure everyone thinks of and is, kind of a no-brainer is the purchase price. You really want to come in with a really educated and strong purchase price. And so you want to make sure that you're working with a realtor who is going to pull up the most recent comps in that specific pocket of a neighborhood so that you can determine, the data set. That's going to tell you, okay, these are the offers that were accepted by sellers and they have closed. And you can look at that data to determine, what exactly, homes are selling for in that neighborhood. We all know that list price is really not a good indicator of offer price right now in the Austin area. We've got, some pockets of Austin that aren't as crazy, that homes are selling for 1 to 2% over list price. Whereas we've got some really, really competitive pockets of Austin where we are seeing 35 to 40% over list price as kind of the standard, closed sale price. So really want to study that data so that you can come in strong there. The next thing that you can do is if you happen to be financing the purchase, a lot of sellers really, really want to see, and it's because the values are going up so quickly in Austin, they really want to see what's called an appraisal addendum or an appraisal waiver. And that basically, not every buyer is going to be able to do this. It basically says that, you are offering X amount. If the lender's appraisal comes back lower and the property is not acceptable to the lender due to a low appraisal, that you are willing to come up with the difference in cash and bring that to the closing table. So that's something that really entices sellers because it ensures that, wherever that home appraises, that you're still willing to buy it at the price you've offered. Another thing that we're seeing a lot of is reduced number of auction days and increased auction fee. So the auction period is a time period that allows you to perform your inspections. You can request repairs. You can wake up in the middle of the night and just decide, oh my God, I can't do this. And it allows you to walk away from that contract, without any liability to perform any further on that contract. Of course, there is an option fee for that, and a year ago we used to say, I don't know, $100 to $200. It was a very nominal fee. Now I am seeing, on average, $5,000 and up, which it is a bit of a gamble. If for some reason you do terminate that, you do not get that money back, but if you take that contract all the way to the finish line, then it is applied to your closing costs. So, if it does work out, then, you recoup that money in the end. You want to keep your option days low. The days of, the 10-day option period seem to be no longer, unfortunately. So make sure that you are working with an agent who can provide you with a list of inspectors, or who has kind of general knowledge of which inspectors can get out there within a day or so, so that you can really keep your option days to a minimum to get those things done. The other thing that you kind of want to look at is your earnest money. So the earnest money is basically a deposit that is held by the title company. And it's a good faith deposit that says, I am serious about buying this home. Here is a deposit to essentially hold it as pending, and, no one else can come in and scoop it out from under you while it's pending. Anywhere from 1 to 3% is what's considered kind of that range of what we standardly see. Of course, if you can afford to do more than 3%, then by all means in this market, you may need to. If for some reason you breach the contract beyond your option period, of course, and do not close on the home, then the seller would recoup that earnest money as damages for that breach of contract. So you want to make sure that if you do put down a large amount, that you perform and you comply with the contract and what you have agreed to. Another thing that I love right now is a buyer letter. I feel like they are so important just because sellers are being flooded with offers. And so you really want to stand out. You really want to try and make a connection. If, you know, while you were walking the home, you notice that they have a framed degree on the wall that, I don't know, is the same college that your cousin went to, or better yet, you went to. Make sure to put in your buyer letter that there's some sort of a connection there. You know, if there's, you notice that they have a bunny and you have a bunny, you know, put a picture of your bunny in there. Talk about how, you know, you can't wait to, you know, let your bunny hop around the backyard, or your tortoise is going to swim in the pond, or, you know, really try to pull on their heartstrings, you know, keep it from being robotic and mundane, and really try to stand out that way. You know, other than that, we want to make sure we don't have any extra contingencies on there. Don't tell them that you still have a home to sell and you haven't even put it on the market. You're not going to get anywhere with that these days. And another thing that you can try also to add in there is offer to pay their the owner's title policy. It's pretty good little chunk of money. You know, depends on the title company that you're closing with, but you know, anywhere from about 0.5% to 1%. Is what you're looking at in those closing costs. So those are some little tips and tricks. Let me know if y'all need anything. I'm always here for you to talk about real estate. Otherwise, I will see you next week. Thanks, guys.